Hi, I'm going to be talking about a favourite breast. Often, mums and babies can have a favourite breast. So, some things to remember in the beginning are that breasts are different, just like our eyes and our feet and our hands are all slightly different sizes. Breasts are going to have different amounts of ducts, and they also can have different flows. So not only is the size of them different, the internal workings of them can be a little bit different. They can also have a different letdown. So one could have a faster letdown and one could have a slower letdown. Now, let's talk about baby having a preference. Baby might have a preference because of a letdown. So they might prefer it letting down faster, and so they will always prefer the breast that lets down fast, or they might prefer a slower letdown, and so they will want and prefer the slower. This isn't something that happens to all babies, so I don't want you to think in your mind, oh my goodness, my baby's gonna just like one breast more than the other. But this does happen to some babies, and so this is why it's important to think about these things before baby comes. So another thing that can affect the breast is if you've had surgery or if you've had an injury to one of your breasts. And also what can affect the baby's preference can also be the mother's preference. One side might just feel a little bit more comfortable to feed on. You might be a little bit more relaxed when you attach your baby on one side. And so those things will also affect the baby. So if you have a very secure latch on one side and you feel very confident on that side, and you have since the beginning when your baby was born, then that can also affect the baby because the baby knows that you feel more confident on that side. They pick up on your hormones, they pick up on your energy. So that's another thing that can affect how baby might feel about feeding at different breasts. So if you are concerned that you're not feeding enough on either side, you can start by offering the favoured breast, and then once you let down, you can then take the baby off and put them on the side that they least prefer. Another suggestion is to try a different position, a different feeding position on that breast that is favoured less. You can also try feeding the baby from that breast when they've just woken up, so they're less noticeable, less alert, and they're more likely to then take any breast. Another suggestion that people have said is trying it in a darkened room, very quiet darkened room. And the last one is offering the baby the breast while you're in motion. So while you're rocking, standing up, rocking, maybe attaching them or something like that. It's more about helping them to reassociate positively with the breast that they aren't favouring as well. Sometimes this just happens for a day or two and everything goes back to normal. But sometimes babies can be quite adamant that there is one breast that they just prefer. Some people just always just feed on that one breast. But obviously you are going to have a lopsidedness in your breasts. And so I would encourage you to at least use some of the tactics to see if baby will feed on both breasts. If it's an issue with the letdown being too fast or too slow, then please watch the video about letdown.